Let's see, we now have the Javelineer in range. They unfortunately stumbled out of the Fulminant Prism, but that should be a-okay. Ooh, and Windrake, I'll immediately head upstairs. This is where things get a wee bit risky because that Windrake can just completely shove us off of our game. At least the Kraken isn't there to kind of double down on the potential issues that we'd be finding. An anti-magic Trident is less than ideal too, but we should have enough poison damage to relatively quickly take care of this ramshackle crew that we have. Ooh, except if we get memorized, of course. It is 20. Looks like it does not show it if you're a species that cannot wield them as a weapon. Okay, that's fair enough. It makes sense. Good to know. Thanks for the clarification though, Silent N. I appreciate it. And what else can we do here? I guess we can keep fighting. It's mostly just airstrikes that are hitting us. The rest of these buddies we can, fortunately, kind of shove off as quickly as they can approach. As long as we don't run out of magic, of course. And nothing too terrifying comes out of the woodwork to amplify these issues. That kind of counts, unfortunately. Water Strike hits a little bit harder than I'd like, and the main issue here is that she can also get rid of the stairwell by flooding it, taking away our only retreat path. Regardless, we kind of have to finish off this fight. We don't have any ways of breaking vision. We do have a Wand of Flame. Let's see if this makes a little bit of smoke for us. Doesn't look like it. So instead, let us maybe use an Ice Blast real quick. Potentially should have done that last turn, and then we can retreat the heck out of there just to make sure we're in tip-top fighting condition against the Water Nymph. We can also continually shove off like we do, and fantastic, no problems whatsoever. Well, my friend, you will not be very affected by our usual strats, but fortunately we have a decent number of backups here. Another potion, hey? You know what, I will just drop these noise scrolls that, again, I'll constantly lie to myself and say we'll do something fancy with, but probably not. Oh, and another un-ID'd potion. Currently have 4 potions on us. What potions do we have left? Oops, let's get rid of that menu first. Popping into items not yet recognized. We have Rage, Brilliance, Cancellation, Experience, Flight, Magic. I'm trying to also kind of consider what this 5-stack might be. It's most likely, I guess, to be Brilliance or Flight. Probably Flight, unfortunately, knowing our luck. But is there anything else that we wish to drop here? Most likely. We'll take a quick peek. Poison darts aren't super necessary at the moment. Acid Dragon Scales we've been keeping around just in case we need that quick swap to resist corrosion, but I think we can safely drop them for a moment. Same with Elvillain's Inspiration. Was an older ring that we were lugging around. There we go. Let's see what these shops have, shall we? An okay little short sword here. It has willpower, which is something that we're lacking in. Unfortunately, we'd be giving up our resistance to cold and the extra intelligence we get off of our current falchion. But maybe something to keep in mind for when we're desperately searching for willpower in the future. Potion shop. I mean, we'll probably come back for Curing and Haste at some stage. And I'll just buy Brilliance and Magic right now so we can get those off the ID table. Ooh, that 5-stack were Potions of Magic. That is very nice. This is not very nice. Oh no. Oh boy. So first turn, we got blinked in close by this son of a gun. You are affected by silence, at least. Is it worth burning our only silence scroll to retreat from this fight? The only issue there, of course, is that if this son of a gun up here wakes up, this Javelineer, then we won't be able to cast spells either, but maybe not the end of the world. The main thing that I want to do here, to kind of break down my thought pattern, First thing that came to mind was teleport scroll. I don't know if we can survive the number of turns required to make it pop, specifically because a single crystal spear could just kill us. It's a little bit close. You'd hope that some of the damage gets shaved off and that Roxanne doesn't roll the absolute nuts. But still sketchy. If I hadn't found statue form yet, this would have been a lovely find here, just because it does guarantee a statue form book if we do manage to kill Roxanne, but we'd have to survive in order for that to be a thing. And I'm not loving our chances at the moment. I think I will silence. It's not quite as good of a range as I need at the moment either, though. At least lets us walk to here. We could blink out. I hate having only one blink scroll. That's real rough. Especially needing to use it so soon. I guess what I probably should have done is read the teleport first, hoping that we didn't get one shot by Roxanne. And then we could have read the silence and gotten zipped out of here. We have an okay amount of the floor explored. Not exactly an ideal amount, but it would have potentially helped out at the very least. Oh, I hate it, but I think we do just have to use that blink. When we step away and get blink close again, we're just going to be in a little bit of a purgatory situation, really. Just getting juggled by Roxanne, so... Oh wait, I can't read blinking. I'm silenced. Oh no, I'm dumb. What else is new? What's your range on these things, though? Crystal Spear will at least not be an option if we take one more step. Iron Shot is, of course. Don't blink me close. I'm probably just dead here. Oof. Okay, so I definitely should have thought this through a little bit more. Even just immediately blinking when we first got brought in and blinking up here, just dealing with the Javelineer, you know, taking our lumps, as it were. Because this is real rough. Help, you were so promising. This is not the kind of situation we need on Deep Elf, already struggling so much as is. Is there anything I can do? If I can survive a few more turns for the silence to leave, then I have a shot. Lake does not get us nearly enough AC, unfortunately. What else do we have? Invisibility does not help us. Oh wait, you cannot see invisible? Really? Huh. Who knew? I thought for sure Roxanne would be considered one of the stronger uniques, so usually they can see invisible. People can't see invisible, so that's a shot. Silence cancelable. Potentially with a cancellation potion, even though I'm not sure because it doesn't actually show up as a status effect up here in the top right corner where most of the cancelable effects do. Ambrosia, unfortunately, doesn't do the trick. We could step closer, but the Javelineer is what concerns me there. I think this buddy can kill us in one shot too. So let's kind of think this through. One step forward towards Roxanne. At least get rid of these effects. Maybe, unless our silence shrinks one more right as we do that. Then we're in a bit of a rough spot. Yeah, if it was just Roxanne, we'd be okay. But unfortunately, it's the crew. And yeah, I can't read while silenced, but regardless, no, unfortunately, no fog for us here. Yeah, I rushed too much into that silence strat. I think I should have given it another moment to kind of think through our decisions. It's crazy, after all my time playing this game, I still always forget that silence affects scrolls for some reason. It's like a bad mental block that my brain has put into place that just is an absolute nightmare. So, I need to balance a couple of ideas here. Turning invisible at least reduces the chances of things hitting us, so that's okay. Still not great, but okay, at least. Versus stepping closer and taking our risk with the javelin. 17 damage plus your silver javelin. Or no, sorry, it's 12 and can deal up to 17 extra damage when attacking with ranged, of course. So yeah, I think that is pretty much a guaranteed death that direction. So let's just get exceptionally lucky, shall we? It's just that easy. Fear Scroll is also kind of nice for taking care of these buddies. At least potentially getting both the merfolk to retreat. But Roxanne is the main problem. And yeah, I don't think Vayne will give us enough cover, unfortunately. Sounds a tricky one. You've definitely killed yourself using one. Yeah, it's bad how often I forget exactly what the ramifications are. For the most part, I only find myself reading silent scrolls on like melee characters or throwers. But this is why, I guess. And we do have nets, so yeah, if we can get rid of Roxanne as a threat, we can get out of here. There is a chance. But I guess in the essence of not wasting away all of our time on what is potentially just going to be a death on the next turn, I think I will commit to the invisibility plan. I think you're going to kill me regardless of what we do. Otherwise, having Roxanne and the Javelineer is just too many factors at once. Even the merfolk could kill us with the Trident alone. So go invisible, cross our fingers, and hope everyone misses. It's that easy. Okay, hold up. Thank you, Roxanne. I appreciate that. That was very helpful of you. Now, what can I do? Let's check out the order of that real quick. We turned invisible, then Roxanne blinked us close. That's too bad, because I was kind of hoping that we could start walking away now. But instead, maybe we want to keep Roxanne in our silence. And what do we wish to do? I mean, taking a step down so that the Javelineer's path is interrupted by Roxanne is probably not a bad idea. It is walking away from safety, so that's a bit of a pain, but it's a possibility. Oh, I almost hate that you've done this to me, game. You've given me hope, and hope is a dangerous thing. Let's take one step here. Right, I was about to try casting spells, but I can't do that. That's not how that works. Okay, I can try and paralyze you. Not great odds of it working, but it's possible. Let's do Condenser Vein. Acidic is very nice, actually. Again, game, stop giving me hope. Not now. Okay. Let's think about this for a moment. Do the classic hands off the keyboard maneuver, just to make sure that we're giving ourselves the time to walk through our actions. Now there is a sliver of hope, so I want to go back to slow playing this after immediately mentioning that we didn't want to waste too much time on an inevitable death. Well, let's see here. Let's just test out a couple of options. We can sneak some Ice Blasts past Roxanne and smash into the Javelineer, so that is pretty solid. I'm still concerned here about getting outside of Roxanne's reach, especially since the last little bit of the Silent Scroll, as it starts to go down in area of effect, the last person that ends up silenced in this scenario is me, unfortunately. Is there any shot I kill you now that you're corroded? Ooh, no. Oh, I'm so bad for that too. Right-clicking, thinking that it will cancel something. That's not how it works. Fortunately, we were in the blast radius and got the little reminder of just such a thing. Because I don't know if I can kill you with just what we have in our inventory. So, Wand of Acid does okay, but I want it to be hitting the Javelineer, of course. So, Yes, sorry game, I did not mean to hit Z. That was meant to be an evoke command. Zom's chess piece will do nothing to you. What else can I do here? I could haste. Give us a few more turns. Okay, do you know what? Yeah, we're gonna die eventually anyway. Oh, that's what I was afraid of though. The silence has already come down to too small of an area. Oh, being able to blink out of this problem is so close yet so far away. We could try and hop a couple steps out this direction. Stepping into the acid, probably not a great idea. And again, only buys us a little bit of time. Oh, perfect. An awesome sound. I appreciate that. You test in Wiz mode. Cancellation does remove sounds from scroll. Very cool. Very good to know. So, do we blind chug potions? So that's technically less turns than taking some steps. If we get rage, then I'm dead though. If I get flight or cancellation, we at least have some ideas here, some plans. 3 potions, 4 options. Is it worth the risk? Let's mull this over for a second, mostly just to give myself an excuse to take sips from my drink while I think about things. Would get rid of invisibility and speed too at this point, so maybe that's not exactly ideal. Jeez, game. Put me in a rough spot too early on in the stream today. My brain's not firing on all cylinders yet. I was hoping for a little bit of a warm-up, you know, some time to go in slowly, boil the frog, as it were. But instead, we're just going straight into pure chaos. So options here in general. We could heal wounds, hoping that it gives us even just 1 extra hit at the end of the day is potentially enough to save our lives. Alternatively, we do the plan that we just were talking about, try blind chugging a potion, hoping for cancellation, then hoping that we don't immediately get killed by Roxanne, which is likely, and then we can get out of here in one piece. So I feel like that's a little bit sketchier. What else have we got here? I guess even just kind of looking through our potions real quick might be helpful. Potion of Lig would give us some extra health, but sticks us right next to Roxanne with no escape, so probably not that. Could try and like Ambrosia again for health, but getting confused right now is less than ideal. What else? What else? Mutation probably doesn't do it. I don't think netting Roxanne does anything either. I wish I had a File of Floods. That would definitely alleviate some concerns, though I doubt you breathe now that I think about it. You are resistant to drowning, so I don't know if File of Floods would even matter. Regardless, that's neither here nor there. Don't know if stepping into the water is worth it though, because it really slows us down. Oh, and it makes us more visible now that I think about it. I was thinking about taking a step down to the right, but when you're invisible and you're standing in shallow water, it makes monsters able to see you, or at least hit you more easily. So that's also not exactly our best option here. Do I really just want to like Wand of Acid and try to kill the Javelineer? Just hope that Roxanne's spells don't hit us over the next little bit here? If she blinks close and we end up in the acid clouds, then we probably just kill ourselves, unfortunately. Can I still sneak one by you to hit just the Javelineer now? That's less than ideal. Again, apologies for taking my time on this, but the roller coaster of hope here, where I thought for sure we were dead, then I thought we had a chance, and now I'm leaning more towards the probably dead side of things. But you're saying there's a chance. And for that reason, I can't give up easily here. Is there anything I'm missing? Always take another quick peek through the inventory just to make sure that you're not forgetting an otherwise obvious plan of escape. What? I think I will drink heal wounds. Hopefully we don't immediately die. Oh crap. Yeah. We got hit by the water, so now we're visible again. Dang it. Why'd the tide have to choose now to come back in? We are fast. I think I hop here. It's super dangerous, and I hate it. But pretty much every move we have right now is super dangerous, and I hate it. So I'm gonna do it. We're at least back to being invisible. This is good. This is positive. Let's see, we did get hit by the silver javelin, of course. What else would we expect? You, ma'am. At least these are all dodgeable. I believe. Definitely Iron Shot and Crystal Spear, but I believe Bolt of Magma is dodgeable as well. So, now it boils down again. Do we wish to keep trying our luck to the extreme and kind of tiptoe out of here slowly but surely? Or am I better off killing off the Javelineer as soon as possible and then just hoping that Roxanne misses or chooses not to cast the big guns? I think that might be our only real option here. So I'm going to do it. Each of these turns is going to be rough. Okay. We keep getting hit by the javelins, so you can see why the javelins are a huge part of my concern here. Ice Blast is at least guaranteed to hit. Javelinier's dead. Roxanne, don't notice me. Oh my gosh. Okay, hold up. Don't get too happy yet. Okay. Whoa. I did not expect to start sweating this much this early in the stream. High pressure situation. Oh, shake that one out. That gives me goosebumps all overs. Oh me oh my. But hey, somehow, against all odds, we got out of there? I'm still confused, astounded, and shocked. There aren't enough synonyms to the word surprise to get across my feelings on the matter. Let's try not to immediately die after surviving what was an absolute nightmare. Incredible. Yeah, I can't disagree with you. Largely because I had no part in the actual success there, and it was just a crazy show of sheer luck, and I am eternally grateful to the game for that, because again, we've been stuck on Deep Elf for so long that to go out that way, to get blinked in close to Roxanne and cascade into Doom, would have been a little bit of a sour note to end off a promising Deep Elf, but instead, it's being thrown back into our hands, and it's up to us to either die horribly or make it through in one piece. Who's to say what it'll end up being? And I mean, at the end of the day, not being able to use our blink scroll because I silenced myself, like, terrible, don't get me wrong. Stupid decision. But we still have our one and only blink scroll now. So, silver linings and all that. Definitely happy to see it. And I think I might buy this acquirement scroll. How many scrolls do we have un-ID'd right now? Because we have one unidentified scroll in our inventory that's probably fog. I never thought that scrolls of vulnerability were the same level of rarity as fog. I assumed that these would be rare. Huh, who knew? But probably not a scroll of acquirement in our inventory. I don't desperately need any of these. We at least have some across the board. I'll highlight teleport. I'll highlight fear for the future. 3 scrolls of brand weapon. Interesting. Let's buy the acquirement. Let's do it. After the miracle we just lived, how could this not be also another 1 in a billion lottery chance? The Ring of the Drop Bear. Very cute. Wizardry. Don't necessarily need it at the moment, but could be nice once we get some higher level spells. Willpower. Desperately need. And See Invisible. This is probably a decent ring for us, actually. Our other ring is handling a lot of the kind of basic resistances, poison, electricity, and fire. This could give us a little bit of willpower, and See Invisible is always handy. Then we're getting pretty close to having good resistances across the board. Drain is a bit of a pain because it makes it a bit harder to actively swap this out or hot swap it in a risky situation. But otherwise we have the Cloak of Dishonesty, which vulnerability to fire and slow is probably a bit too much for me, especially since the positives don't exactly shine too brightly. It's nice having the 9 extra mana, don't get me wrong, that's another shatter if we end up going that direction. But I think it's got to be the Ring of the Drop Bear. I'm, again, just kind of, I'm shaken. I'm completely shook. And, trying to retain a faculty of my brain here. But that Roxanne scenario, to say, kind of threw a wrench in things, to say the least. Oh, this is where the Cyclops that we already killed came from, if I had to guess. At least we can poison all those sheep before they get a chance to do too much work on us in our sleep. Oh me oh my. And so it continues. Oh, maybe I should have taken a few more deep breaths after that. Again, I hate to just rag on it on and on, but I will warn you ahead of time that I may just be doing that because oh me oh my. But as our skill training all hits its caps, let's think about what we want to do here. We could bring fighting back on, give us a little bit more overall health. Could definitely be useful. Evocations at some point could come up a bit. Same with our defensive skills are looking a little lackluster. In fact, I mean, dodging was kind of what we were hinging our entire survival on mere moments ago, so I could potentially throw a little bit that direction. You know what, it'll train pretty fast with the +2 aptitude, so let's also bring that up to 10. And then I want to take a look at spells. Not these ones, but these ones. Statue form is down to 6%, so I definitely want to learn that ASAP. What could we get rid of? We need 4 points. I don't want to get rid of OTR, IMB, not really Fulminant Prism, so probably Battle Sphere, since we haven't really been using it too much. At least not as much as I was originally expecting or holding out the potential for. So let's Scroll of Amnesia, that son of a gun. Oh, wait, never mind. Sorry, Harpy. I thought we were done this fight. My bad. How rude of me. Let me kill you real quick, run upstairs, then we'll read a Scroll of Amnesia. We get Iskandarun's Battle Sphere, and let us learn ourselves a wee bit of statue form. So the other thing to kind of keep in mind here, if we look at some of our... Let's look at non-100% since they'll be our best shot. IMB goes from 72% to... Where did statue form get placed? Because with this, yeah, we lose at least 7 intelligence. So let's see, down to 63%. So it's not too bad. It gives us a nice amount of health, really good AC. I would argue that that is worth the trade-off. So let's do a quick check in our macros. We currently don't have one set up for what I would wish to do here, so I'd like to create a new macro on my 0 key that is Z. Let's do capital N. Doesn't matter too much here. The main thing there is that it's just the slot that we want to put on our toggle spells. So in this case, statue form becomes capital M, and we can just use our macro in the future to quickly pop that bad boy on. Definitely give me heal wounds back. Please and thank you. That very much saved our lives mere moments ago. And fantastic. Might as well go statue form while we're here. Okay, Shoals 1. Really not letting up today, hey? Roxanne and Nicola are the 2 enemies we find on Shoals 1. How about that? Isn't that fascinating? Well, always forget, you do less damage the closer. No, the further it travels, the less damage it does. So we're actually in an okay spot right at this very moment. This is where I do want Foul Floods. We at least do have our Elec Railbird, yeah. So not too concerned about that. Unfortunately, it's not the be-all end-all for fighting Nicola these days, because let's see, if this goes down, let's round up to be safe. Half to 23. Then that's still 69 damage, which is a bit closer than I would like. I mean, at range, I guess it's slightly better than that. We have haste potions for sale elsewhere, so I'm actually going to do something a little bit risky here. And we are going to kind of fight Nicola, just in a very cheesy way. So I'm just going to cascade all of these fulminant prisms so that it seems like Nicola will be hit by each one. How are we doing? That's it, huh? Gotta tell you, I expected a little bit more. Oh, because you might have blinked out of them. That's why. Let's walk this way a bit, out of the water. Extra speed is starting to run out. Okay, we seem to have lost Nicola, so I'm heading back to the stairs. And what do we wish to do? We could just avoid him for now. Probably should even leave this whole area, if I'm being honest with you. I mean, 2 of the downstairs are relatively safe. Even this one, I believe he'll keep heading up this direction for the time being, so we might have actually kind of cleared the tops of all of our stairs. My issue here is that Snake is quite scary for us at the moment. With statue form and the defenses it gives us, that is better. We can kind of rely on IMB and Fulminant Prism to keep us safe. Let's leave here for the moment. We can always come back and just immediately head to that downstairs that's right beside the entrance. At least let's give ourselves a tiny bit of a breather. And maybe I should be a bit more cautious before saying that, because now we're almost destined to immediately get thrown back into the fire. But I believe that there's a chance. We feel a wave of frost pass over us. Might as well magic map this son of a gun. Level 15 ice caves could be a little bit scary, not gonna lie. It's also a bit of a trek to get there. Let's see, IMB Fulminant Prism, LRD is still good, and Freezing Cloud is actually going to be very good for the short term here. In fact, let's do a little bit of switching around, shall we? Freezing Cloud can become B, since Poison Vapors has kind of fallen off by this point. And do we want a new one? Yeah, let's give it to LRD can become A. I like to always use targetable skills on my macros so that you don't accidentally cast something, or at least I don't, because I do that all the time. I mean, it's still possible with Ogleb's Toxic Radiance here, but otherwise, anything I can do to save myself from my own ineptitude is probably good. Why did I take an extra step towards the Mega Serpent? Gosh darn it. Okay, so I need to kill you. It's that easy. Paralyze, 37%. Do you know what? It's something. One more. Beautiful, because it also blocks all of our enemies in behind the Guardian Serpent, which means we can kind of just go out to range here. Oh, whoops. Immediately tried to LRD with the old hotkeys. Classic. But we can use LRD to kind of take these buddies out. The downside there is that we are making a lot of noise. So who knows what will attract. Do need a new necklace. Regen is wonderful. Okay. You know what? Fine. I'll take the hallway path. This was my original plan, so it's probably not the worst case scenario to turn back at the Oakload there. And moving manually is always a risk in its own right when I'm behind the wheel. But let's see. I want to go in here. We have 1 pip of cold resistance. We have a decent number of resistance potions to kind of shore up if things go rough. The flip side of this is, do we have enough offensive capabilities? With just Iron Beam, Fulminant Prism, I guess LRD is pretty good against a lot of like simulacrums. Can't use poison, can't use our freezing cloud. I'm gonna statue form, wait a couple of turns, and head in. Okay, nothing immediately finds us. This is good. I meant to actually shift E. I'm pretty sure we have lots of turns for Zot, but always good to keep an eye on that timer just in case. And okie dokie. Here, Reflection probably won't do a lot for us, so I think I will switch to Regen immediately. Regen is one of my favorite base amulets in the game. And what else? What else? Is there any other preparation I want to do? No, can probably start heading out here. Do you know what? I was saying no poison, but all of these are actually poison weak monsters, so that is fantastic. LRD is going to be loud and is slightly expensive. Is it worth it? No, I think I'll just keep poisoning a wee bit, lead everyone back to my home base here, and then at least with IMB, we can kind of just play it safely. Oh, my polar bear friend, goodbye. Yes, this definitely works out a little bit better. Honestly, that kind of hurt, Rhyme Drake. I thought with 1 cold resistance against you would be okay. I guess it's like 21 damage. Again, rounding up, but I would rather be overestimating than underestimating the amount of damage that these bad boys can do. And no, we should actually be good with statue form to duke it out just a wee bit. Ironbound Frostheart, again, is poison weak, so that's lovely. Creeping Frost is quite bad in this map, though, because there are no squares where we are completely isolated from walls, except for way back here. So, I mean, we could just gain this buddy's attention and run away. Make sure to end our statue form first. I want to put these squares on just about the edge. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's good enough for me. And then I'm gonna yell. And there we go. Come on, my friend. Come get some, please. Fantastic. And now we can safely stand in the middle of the room here and not take extra damage from creeping cold. Rather be safe than sorry in this regard. Ooh, White Draconian. That's kind of sketchy. Well, we could always go for Mephitic Cloud. Get the Confuse, fantastic, that's all we needed. Oh, it didn't last very long. Let's try that again. Man, you're pretty good at walking, well, dazed and confused, aren't you? Hate that. Hate that. So let's switch over to LRD here for a little bit of extra damage, and then this is actually a bit rough because they're not in a place that we can shove them away. So I think I'm just gonna have to take the risk of walking into this corner. Also running out of magic, of course, and because I'm stupid, this is not actually better. This is, though. So now we can shove them back to where they're not able to hit us, blast them once real quick, and walk away. Again, until we're able to do this, and rinse and repeat, and this is our life now, apparently. What else could we do? We could try and blow your mind. Actually, that's pretty good odds of working. Fantastic. No problems whatsoever. I can't imagine that's the scariest opponent we're going to find here, but I can dream that such is the case. That would be lovely, would it not? Protection from fire, we definitely don't exactly need. Perfect timing on our statue form there. Not that it matters too much against a bunch of polar bears, we should be okay. I'm also just waiting out my turns instead of at least swinging. I mean, there's no real harm in it. I guess it's slightly slower than ideal. But probably should take some action while I'm waiting for the poison to take effect. I'm always bad for that, where I just get so in the groove of waiting out the radiance. But not the end of the world by any stretch of the imagination. Hello, my bear friend. Lots of polar bears here for sure. Feel like I'm single-handedly moving them from the endangered column to the extinct one, and for that I am sorry, my lovely Arctic friends. But it had to be done. Classic human mentality of I had to murder all these animals and destroy their habitat because I wanted stuff. I wanted material things that would benefit me. And so, all these animals must suffer. Oh, my frosty pal. Ooh. You summon shadow creatures. Mass confusion. Probably not the end of the world, especially since we can IMB you. I was trying to think if we actually can do damage without risking anything. Will you do anything with my prism there? Oh, it is going to make a lot of noise. I kind of forgot about that aspect. Well, let's just try again. One more time. Is this at all working? Oh, it was. Oh, now I regret this. I very much regret this. Oh, that creeping cold is going to hurt quite badly. Yep. Seems about right. So, what can we do here? Unfortunately, we don't have Yar's Violent Unraveling. I think that's even... Is that in our list? It is. Good luck tonight. Thank you, Net Dancer. I appreciate it. If you weren't there, or weren't here about half an hour ago, we had the fight of our life, where we very much deserved to die and somehow made it through by the skin of our teeth. So I'm hoping that's about as sketchy as it gets, though I know that's probably a little too optimistic at the end of the day. But okie dokie. You, friend, are the main issue here. We could just try and kill the Ironbound Frostheart, I guess. Probably sitting at around 30 health, which means a single IMB is, or LRD rather, is likely to do the trick. The only issue there is taking damage from all these buddies also is pretty likely to kill us. I have one blink scroll to get out of here. I may regret this, but I'm gonna do it. Ironbound Frostheart is almost dead. Oh, they're not dead. Interesting. But this gets rid of you two, and this does get rid of you. Okay.